Hi, Hannah. So since I know you're crazy busy, I'm just going to make you another video. And with football season upon us, I am going to talk about the origin of the word football and why Americans call it that. Enjoy. Let's go back to the etymology of the word. There are two accepted versions. One where the word football originated in reference to the action of kicking the ball. But there's also the one alternative explanation that the word originally referred to the variety of games in medieval Europe which were played on foot. These sports were usually played by peasants versus like jousting on horseback, which were played by like aristocrats and stuff, not cats. In some cases, actually, the game football has been played with carrying a ball and specifically banning it. Like this was actually, I think, in Scotland in the early 1800s. This is an English writer who wrote something about it. The game was this: he who at any time got the ball into his hands run with it until overtaken by one of his opponents. And then, if he could shake himself loose from the opposite side who seized him, he'd run on. If not, he'd throw the ball from him, unless was wrestled to it from the other party. But no person was allowed to kick it. Sound familiar? Does to me. But earlier, King Edward of England exclaimed a proclamation banning handball, football, hockey, such and such, suggesting that football was actually being differentiated from games like as a use of body part. Yeah, I think both etymologies can be correct. Football, the word, is used to describe a plethora of sports. The word soccer, the reason why we call it soccer, is actually because the full term is association football, and actually the British shortened the first word association, the ASSOC, into soccer, SOC, and it was like a slang for it. So that's why we call it soccer, and now they just call it football. And then there's also like rugby was initially called rugby football, and then American football is the full word is it's called gridiron football because it's played with a grid. My own personal conclusion on this is that the word football isn't conclusive to one sport. We play it on our feet. So it's more like a type of sport versus a specific sport. If that makes any sense. I hope that was educational, and also I got most of this off of Wikipedia, so reliability is... Now you have two quotes, but this one should be easy. So your quote is, "I am the Dark Lord of Nightmares, bringer of terror, tremble before me, fear me!" You are a gentleman and a scholar.